album called Star is out now on SoundCloud. Go check it out. I think you really like it. Now, back to the video.
Bro, I bet she don't even really look like that, bro. Get the fuck out!
Bro Chachos, bro Tingle Tangles,
what's up?
Ufa Utugans, and the Bittle Bangs.
I don't know what that means.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Brklyn Rant. We rant with Brklyn today. My homeboy and my neighbor, Josiah. He makes movies in college. Say what's up, the bro Chachos. Nigga, say hi!
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. We've been planning this video for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Time to do it a little bit.
Yes.
Let's go ahead.
In fact, he has Captain America in his freezer right now as he speaks.
I used to.
I was watching his story. I was like, what? Have Captain America in his freezer.
So I'm like, yo, that would be mad fucking funny if I actually froze him and I did it. I'm like, yo.
I would be lit though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Good.
San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh my.
Say what? Say what? Say what? Then I like bitches hoes. Like your breasts okay, yeah. On my bitch got face. Fuck this
God,
guy.
bro. I was talking about this in my previous video. That shit was awesome, bro.
It what?
Let me just.
You do that first, right?
Example of stuff that we saw.
Yep.
More stuff about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Which you guys are gonna talk about later.
Yeah.
Black Panther 3. Ghost Rider. More stuff for Doomsday. And what else did we get?
No.
Well, more stuff or not. That shit was awesome, bro.
It was awesome. I think I was a little underwhelmed, just slightly. Only just slightly, because I'm like, alright, yo, like, okay, Marvel's going back to Comic-Con this year. It's going to be big.
And we get X-Men in 2028.
And we get X-Men in 2028. But we already knew that. We did not know that shit. We basically did. Like,
there was rumors. It was not confirmed that we were getting X-Men.
Let's be real.
We ever said, I get it because, you know, Deadpool, Wolverine.
Not only that.
And like, Miss Marvel, like, being, like, technically, like, the first
not only that, though, but, like, alright, we gotta look at it like this.
Alright, come on.
We already knew that we were getting 3 MCU movies in 2028.
Yeah.
Alright. So, if we're getting...
Yeah, Black Panther and Moon Knight.
But that... Ghost Rider. That was before we knew that, though. Before we knew that.
Right.
We already assumed that Black Panther was going to be one of them. Because we knew Ryan Coogler was getting back to work on that.
Yeah.
But we...
Okay, wait. Slow down.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm sorry. I'm not tapped in. I have a life. I have a job.
It's okay.
I know.
So, like... But, like, for the X-Men stuff... We all kind of collectively assumed that was going to fill up one of the 2028 slots. One, for all these reasons. One, Secret Wars is going to soft reboot the MCU.
Right.
And we already knew from Kevin Feige's statements, I want to push the mutants. The mutants are going to be in there. The X-Men are going to be the new main characters.
It could put them in. He should have pushed Blade. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. We've been waiting for that shit since, what, 2019?
I'm going to be real.
Bro, they canceled Blade. They canceled Wonder Man 22. They canceled Armor Wars.
I know.
My niggas is getting cooked, bro.
I agree. They're getting hold.
Hey,
but
BP3.
It's okay. You know, we get Black Panther 3. We're getting X-Men.
I swear to God.
I'm willing to
at D23 when they reveal the casting for Storm. Yeah. If she's not the biggest of dark,
I hear they're getting.
We're gonna ride. I love Halle Berry's. I'm a Halle Berry's Storm from like the Fox X-Men. Yeah, that's awesome. You feel me?
Yeah, no.
But like in the comics, she's like the black.
I'm trying to. I thought I get her name isn't clicking right now, but I hear they're getting the actress. She's great. Who played Perlene in Sinners, and then she played the mayor in freaking the Batman. Is that your first ever bubbly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big on
that
bubbly.
Shit kind of buns.
I'm not big on bubbly. I know some
Bubbly was mine in those commercials. Where the mommies.
Nah. That.
Yo, fuck you, Michael Bublé.
But no. So like, fucking I lost my train of thought. But no, for back to the X-Men stuff. Yeah, no. So we had that. We already knew he was going to push the mutants. We have all these mutant teasers already. Then mix them with the fact that they already had a director picked out. And they were talking about how they're planning on casting super early. Then mixed with Brand New Day and you know who shows up. So like everybody, even though there were rumors, we all kind of borderline believed that X-Men was going to be in 2020, and that's already been confirmed now. Like,
Okay.
It feels like when you know who showed up in Brand New Day, everybody already collectively knew.
Yeah, we are.
And then you got Steve Lacy popping out being like,
"Oh yeah, the third character was City Sing character."
Come on,
Stephen Lacey.
Steve, come on, bro. I will find you. Like, come on, bro.
Come on. Hey, come on, dude.
But no, yeah. So, but no. For me, like, I'm really hyped for what's coming. I was a little underwhelmed by Comic-Con, but at the same time, because I was expecting more projects to be released. The 3 months that they announced, great.
But like, remember when they did announce like a whole bunch of projects?
Yeah.
And up just with buns. Quantum Media.
But here's the thing.
One movie pretty good.
Here's the thing, though. We're looking at the era of Marvel where they admitted
that they were just putting out bullshit.
Exactly. But you look at like earlier Marvel. Like I remember when Phase 3 had their slate released, and it was damn near every single movie. Every single movie. I think if 1 or 2 might have got cut, but like damn near every single movie was on there.
Right.
But no, like I'm fine with the announcements that they dropped. I'm excited for them. David Johnson as Black Panther. I'm super excited for, bro.
Yo, if I did not watch the long, but one thing I'm talking about this again in my last video for Doomsday. Shang-Chi versus Gambit. I am so hyped for this fucking fight. Yo, my niggas. If you have seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, this nigga got straight. Yo, that movie. And then Gambit and Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, no, I can't.
And then in X-Men 7 one, it was like, "Hey, my name Gambit. Remember it."
Yeah, honestly, you know, this is my hot take. It's not that hot. Honestly, I think that the trailers should have been swapped. I genuinely think our original trailer that we got for Doomsday, even though I personally liked it, I don't think it did enough to get people hyped.
Are you serious, my nigga?
I'm being so serious. Say what? Dude, I went to my.
I was walking home from summer camp watching that shit on my TikTok feed. I'm like, yo, we're getting a Yelena versus Mystique fight. I'm like, oh my god.
Marvel trailers nowadays, and this was my problem with the Doomsday trailer. And why I say, even though I liked it, I thought it was cool. It's not getting people as hyped because my biggest problem with these trailers are that they're kind of the same. And what they do is just maybe a line or two being like, "Oh, something is coming," and then all we get is action scene.
I mean, that's kind of, so it's like candy war with like Thanos is coming.
It's kind of, but here's the thing though, like. It's kind of like that, but also here's my thing with that.
Alright, shoot.
Infinity War is similar to that, but they had the luxury of, again, build up. You had all these movies that led to.
We're still getting that. You know what I'm saying? For first steps, Thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? Can we count the Marvels in that bit? Can we count?
You can, but in reality, dude, that's still just 3 movies. And even at that, like,
like this. We had Avengers, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Homecoming,
all these
Doctor Strange
built up. But also, like, let's take let's take all of these other projects. Like, the weakest part of the Thunderbolts, in my opinion, is the fact that they had to tease Doomsday.
Really?
That's the weakest part. Because when you look at it like this...
So I feel like it... Because and also, I was kind of wondering continuity-wise when this will take place. Because in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, we see the Fan Four coming through, coming to find Franklin. Is this going to be right after it? Or is it going to be like sometime later, kind of like after Brand New Day and stuff?
You really don't know, but like again, my problem with Thunderbolts is like I love that movie so much, but it's that the weakest part was that Avengers connection, in my opinion, because you had this genuine like
Yeah, I was like, why did they call them the New Avengers, gang? Like, let's call them the Thunderbolts. That shit was fire.
Not only that, well,
Not like it, but it's not like
the Thunderbolt thing doesn't even really.
It's just like, dude, because people, and besides, people have rumored that we're gonna get a Young Avengers or Guardian.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Champions
in the MCU.
But like,
you know what I mean?
my thing was like, yeah, Thunderbolts was just like this nice mental health movie, and then the post credit scene is like, oh my god, like we need to shove in Doomsday Prep because we haven't been doing that because our original plan got thrown out the window.
Yeah, because niggas funny like accuse Jonathan Majors of being a abuser.
My thing was like, so Infinity War had that luxury because they had every single movie that led up to this.
Right.
Doomsday only had essentially 3 movies to lead up to it. So of course, in my opinion, when we get to the Doomsday trailer, I want to know more about the story. I want to know more about story and less about action.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the build up because they were, like we said, they were actually we really started with Loki, building up to King. Let me get Quantumania. Like they did with Thanos.
Yeah,
constantly having movie after movie building up for King, but then that happened. Now we have only 3 movies.
Yeah, but so like it's just like, but like the trailer at Comic-Con I thought was way more interesting. And yes, it still has like fight scene or whatever, but like the trailer at Comic-Con, did focus more about like, explaining Doom. We have Sue going into like a monologue about Doom and their history together. We see Reed and Doom actually interacting and showing that they have a history together. And he's like, Victor, like, did you do this? Like, what did you do? So like, we have, for that trailer, we're learning a bit more about Doom, but they're still shadowing. They still have a mystery around it. So, like, similar to the Avengers trailer, where they're like, Thanos, like, we still, in that trailer, even though it was still fight scene, again, we were learning.
We still had the build up past tense.
Yeah, the build up past tense. And we're learning about Thanos, where he's like, one does not get joy in balancing the universe. But this does bring a smile to my face. So we still get these moments and these lines that tell you who Thanos is as a character, but still have enough mystery. So it's like, all right, cool. Similar, like that trailer for Doomsday, I just think that was a much stronger trailer, and I think that Comic-Con trailer should have been the trailer that came out online.
Okay, yeah, okay. Next topic.
Okay.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Correct, yeah.
This may sound like a hot take, but it's not really a hot take. Spider-Man Brand New Day is the definitive greatest Spider-Man movie of all time, only second to Across the Spider-Verse. That shit was actually, like, literally peak.
I think it's arguable.
But in that same breath, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the best live action Spider-Man movie of all time.
I think that's arguable.
And Tom Holland Spider-Man is the strongest action Spider-Man and strongest Spider-Man, only second to a Tommy Spider-Man, because that nigga would hit slam dunks on criminals that was jaywalking.
That I can agree with. I think Brand New Day being the best live action Spider-Man movie, I don't hate that take. I think we do need to wait just a little bit longer. I think it's still a fight between that and Spider-Man 2, to be so real.
This guy.
The thing is, and the reason why I say it's still a fight is, those 2 movies out of every single movie perfectly understood Peter Parker as a character. And you literally have to bring up Spider-Man 2 to an extent when talking about Brand New Day, because if you really pay attention, Brand New Day is the flipped version of Spider-Man 2.
I did see someone say it is like inverse of Spider-Man 2.
Inverse of Spider-Man 2.
Because it's the kind of same thing where it's like he's going through trauma,
he's going through changes.
His powers are like fucking up and shit,
exactly. Like Spider-Man 2 focuses on
Spider-Man 2 where he lost his power and he was Peter Parker for like freaking 2 weeks. Tom Holland is like, what did you say that bit? He said you spent 4 years trying to erase Peter Parker. No wonder the spider took over.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to erase the man. No wonder the spider's coming out more. So like again, I think
you trying to muzzle me like you muzzle yourself. Like, you feel me?
Exactly. So like I think it really just depends on like how this movie ages. I can see it aging well. I saw the movie twice already, and I personally I loved it.
Don't I watched it illegally. No, that was the first time. But the second time I did watch it at AMC.
The first time I watched it at AMC. The second time I also Legally. Planning on going again when I go back to school for a third time to watch it in Screen X. So like
You watching the IMAX now? You watching an IMAX? Let's go.
Yeah, fuck it. I can't wait to see it in Screen X because that's how they film. Like they actually have the Screen X crew come and film parts for it to help it.
The Screen X, like the whole thing is that'd be lit. Cause that reminds me of 40X.
Yeah, 40X.
Cause
which is
I watched Hawk the Clark's Walls.
Yeah.
And Aquaman.
Yeah.
40X. Oh my!
Oh, did they actually shoot the water at you?
They shot the water at me.
I want to see the Odyssey in 40X because I'm like, yo, that has to be hype.
Like, bro, I remember when they shot the water. Like, me and my mom and my cousin was there. They splashed the water. Like, my hair. It was hilarious.
But no,
but Aquaman was really good.
But no, like Brand New Day, I think, yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I genuinely have it up there as probably, it's definitely my top 4, top 5 Spider-Man movies.
Okay, well, top 5 Spider-Man movies right now.
Across, Into, and then right now it literally is just like
it's just Brand New Day, Spider-Man 2.
They're fighting, and then
so my top 5 gotta be Into, Across, Spider-Man 1, TASM 1, and then Brand New Day.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fair lineup. Okay.
I fucking love the TASM movies. Niggas give the movie a lot of flack. Only thing I don't like in TASM 2, it's a little bit too long. They do a little bit too much like plot points.
I think
it's a little bit
for me, TASM 2,
but the whole Glenn going to college stuff and all that, you know, we can leave that out there. But besides that, it's overall a really good movie. It reminds me of a lot of Brand New Day, with like especially with the swing scenes. The swings are awesome.
I disagree though. I don't think TASM 2 is as good as we remember it. And I love that movie. I do. That was the first Spider-Man movie I saw in theaters. I remember seeing it.
That's the first Spider-Man movie I watched, period, bro. What am I?
That's the first one I saw in theaters. There is a lot of problems with that movie where it is, and it sucks because I think Andrew got the worst part of the deal. But
Andrew actually goated Spider-Man.
You could tell with Amazing Spider-Man 2 that they were just throwing anything in there to try to set up this universe without thinking about the movie itself. Like, it is crazy that Mary Jane was in that movie. Mary Jane was she was completely cut out. Like, you can find behind the scenes images and videos of her in that movie.
I remember watching the deleted scene from it when Peter's dad came back. I was watching it. It was so like Andrew's acting is really like West Side.
Like, give me one second.
Like, it was so good, bro.
My father is dead.
Peter, listen to me.
He's dead. Who are you?
I had to disappear, and I'm sorry. Understand that. I had to disappear to keep you safe. Keep you safe, Peter. I don't.
What? What? Say it. Say what you want to say. What do you want to say? Where you been? You're dead.
I'm not dead, Peter.
No, it is.
You can see the source is there, right? Like it's a really good, like, you know what I mean?
She was 100% supposed to be in this movie, and she was completely cut out.
And these niggas have Felicia Black Cat in that bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, she has like one line.
We can't even count them 3 where we get to see MJ, and we get to see Black Cat, and we get to see the angry, bitter, not pulling punches Peter that Andrew talking about in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Like,
so like that
would be lit. That movie is gonna get that because TASM 2 was buns.
That movie is like
considered buns when it first came out.
That movie is literally like there's just so much, and like I think for me TASM 2 is a bad movie with a lot of golden moments which could have been.
I can see what you say that.
And I think the revisionist history of TASM 2 needs to stop. We need to stop revision. If you want to do revisionist history on any movie, or if you want to defend any movie, just do TASM 1, because TASM 1 is actually really good. TASM 2 has so many problems that hold it back that it's just like
the only problem I have with it, like I said, is just there's just so many plot points.
And people talk about like for example, like the opening scene. The opening scene is buns.
Nigga, what?
What's the opening scene of that movie?
Okay, it was Richard.
Exactly.
No, I'm laughing because I got surprised. No, crazy right now. It was Peter's parents trying to like escape. It was literally a callback to the first one when Peter's parents went to took Peter to
That shit was so weak.
Man, and we see him on the plane trying to get away. Because remember, in the comics, they're like agents for like the.
I still found that stupid.
You feel me?
That was still dumb. And that opening scene is dumb. What? That whole shit is dumb. I think everything with Peter Parker and his parents is stupid. It is.
Yeah.
The only thing, because then
you're right.
Yeah. You're like, see, Peter, it was your destiny to become Spider-Man. That's
it was your destiny.
Like your DNA. Like that shit was stupid.
I get why they put that. Like, I put my DNA in the modern DNA so it could. I see why they put that in there to show how when Peter got bit by the spider, he didn't turn the freaking man spider and Spider-Man ruins and shit.
That shit was just dumb.
I see why they put it in there so he can make people to understand why it turned him into that and why he became Spider-Man, all his power and stuff. You know, I see that. But yeah, it is kind of.
My thing is like the only good that came from that plot line. There was only two good things that I think came from that plot line, which was. I liked the idea in TASM 1, where as Peter's getting answers to his real father, he starts ignoring Ben, and then when we get to that scene where he's like, oh, well, like, where's my father? Like, oh, like, why couldn't he tell me this? Like, oh, how dare you? And then Uncle Ben gets shot, and, like, you know, it changes everything, because, like, Peter realizes that, like, he had a father this whole time that he was neglecting, and he didn't appreciate it until he was gone. Another thing that I think that was good was the Aunt May scene from TASM 2, where she
you're about
her father who wasn't here.
Dude, that is my brother. You're my nigga, bro. You my son.
Like, so like,
and I love you so much.
Like, yeah, like, so yeah, no, it's just, but all the TASM, that's old news. We're on Brady. We're on Brady.
The movie now. Okay. All right.
What do you want to start with? We can go.
What do I want to start with? That's a good question. What do I want to start with? Where do I begin with Spider-Man Brand New Day?
We can probably start with like clip notes or something. Like we can go like plot point by plot point almost.
The Punisher.
Okay, we can start with Punisher.
Yo, want some chili? Make it chili. That man was so good in the movie, bro.
Punisher. That was one.
Let me tell you something, bro.
I was really excited for Punisher. I knew some people were concerned because of the PG-13 rating. But I was always saying...
I just feel like what the PG-13 made, like people say, Spider-Man brings up the best in everyone. So that's why he's not like...
No, not only that, I always believed that it was going to work because of how much John Bernthal cares about Punisher as a character.
Yeah.
Where he made it clear that he didn't like doing stuff with Punisher. Or he didn't want to do stuff with Punisher if it didn't feel right. So, like, the fact that he was attached, I'm like, okay. Like, he turned down being in Daredevil Born Again at first because it didn't feel right. And then when they rewrote stuff, he's like, all right, I'll do it.
See,
so, like, the fact that he signed on, I'm like, yeah, Punisher's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I want some joy.
Exactly. And
you blushing daffodil?
He's the scene, like...
Yo, that's when he was in the hospital?
Like, yeah, like he's literally one of the funniest parts of the movie. I watched.
And more importantly, it's the whole. It rolls around the entire message.
Yeah.
For Peter in the movie, be like, you can't use it.
Exactly. There are other people that
isolating yourself from your family and your homies and your niggas. Cause look, the Punisher. He did that thing. Look what he is. This nigga living in an abandoned ship. Some muscle. Yo, don't trust nothing.
Exactly. And being like this big representation. That's why I like every character's inclusion and how like it connects to Peter with, you know, again, Punisher being like, well, do you think I would, like, if everyone I loved was still here, I would be living with them?
Get the sentence.
Like, that's
the same thing with Peter, because he's making a sentence at the same time.
Exactly.
Because of what the witch he made in No Way Home.
Same with Yelena's inclusion. Yelena literally just like...
Yelena last we saw her with literally jumped off a building.
Yeah.
No bullshit, jumped off a building. Bro.
That like
I feel this void in my chest.
Exactly.
Now she's in a fucking bad. Talking about some. Talking about some dick until his mom.
Yeah, that scene I think went on a little too long. I'm
With
honest.
his toes out.
But yeah, no,
That was too long.
it was just a little too long. I think it could have been shortened just a little bit. Just a bit. Like I thought it was funny. I think the scene is funny. Don't get me wrong. But like that was like on second rewatch. I'm like, okay, like that you know. I feel like all right. Like I'm just kind of waiting for that scene to get over. Like especially like Spidey pulls the toes out and it's like
That was funny.
no, it's funny. But like on second rewatch, it's like all right. Like we could fast forward a little bit.
Let's get to the swing seat.
But no, like,
Let's go to the Bad Bunny and swing seat.
is it Bad Bunny? No, but I genuinely loved all of like what the movie had to offer. Like the Peter Parker stuff I think was just so amazing in that too. With what little we get to an extent.
I'm glad we officially get Paul in the movie.
I wanted Paul to be.
I'm about to throw this mic at you.
I think no, because that would have been
No,
fucking funny though.
no, yo. Every single Spider-Man fan hates Paul.
And that's why it makes sense to put him in, because now we have like literally that would if you were to introduce Paul, that would have been the perfect fucking moment, because it would actually make sense compared to the comic book where it's just like, yeah, Peter, I knew you were coming, but I moved on.
Yeah, nah,
It
fuck you,
makes,
Peter.
it makes more sense.
It makes more sense because see, this nigga is.
Exactly.
So that's why we got Paul.
So that would actually make more sense.
To kind of allude to Paul.
No,
But it's not really Paul.
But it's not Paul. I think his name is like Nate. But even
They classify him as a double boyfriend.
Yeah, I saw that shit. No, me and my homie, like, we saw that shit. We were laughing. We were like, wait, the boyfriend? Like, oh, okay, bro.
Dreads.
But
Running from it.
that whole sequence was just so beautifully done. Like seeing him, like him.
I think.
Paul, yeah, he got marked in the comics. But like, just that one moment, Tom Holland's face doing all the acting, where it's just like, what if I didn't swing again? Like, what if I just let myself fall? It's such a beautiful sequence.
Yeah, nah. Bro, when it was in the department, it was hell with like, bro, because this is when the mutation started.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then we see him wake up. Yo, that was frying me when he had that freaking weapon. It was like,
Exactly. No.
he was like, hell no.
Yeah, that was so clean. It was so clean.
His accent in the movie too good. She's something like,
Yeah.
something but my superior lads. Can't tell you.
I think we can get into Sadie Saint's character. We can. Jean Grey. Let's get it, bro.
As Venom Red, my fault.
I loved Jean Grey in that movie. I would argue that she genuinely stole the show when she was on screen.
My only thing with Jean Grey is this is our introduction to her character, to Marvel Girl, to the Phoenix, one of the most well-known mutants in X-Men in Marvel fandom, only second to you know. You know, so
we got it, bro. We got it.
Yeah. Only second to Wolverine, literally the most well-known mutant in X-Men in Marvel fandom.
Yep.
Right? She's out here murking niggas in broad daylight.
You know,
That's my only thing. It's her introduction to the character.
I was somewhat fine with that. I was fine with that only because of the fact that, yes, she did murder a few people. I'm having a whole.
She's like, but Academy, the old man getting ran over, bro.
For me, I find that interesting, and I know some people won't. Like, I completely understand why some people might not like it. I personally think it's interesting that we start the story with a much more broken Jean Grey, a Jean Grey that we're seeing essentially the mutants finally starting to be brought into the MCU. They're already being discriminated. We already
got it. Like I said, the name already.
I know we already got, but like we're starting to actually. That's two examples. We're actually starting. We're getting the more mutants, but the fact that Jean's sister also has the same ability, and they're talking about like just being thrown away, that means we are actually starting to finally get more mutants.
Yeah.
But we had this character who was thrown away by her mother. The only family that she had was her sister. Her
and then it's kidnapped and killed.
And gets killed. You have this character. You have this character who is so broken and is so hurt by the world just because she was born different, to the point where she's willing to make decisions that aren't necessarily the best. I think that is so well. So then when she joins the X-Men, it shows the importance on why she really needed them. Why the X-Men are a family and how they need each other. And then I think that makes it even more harder to watch, at least in my opinion, for the Dark Phoenix saga, because you had this character
who went from evil to good back to being evil.
You had this character who is
not really be evil because her mind being taken over the Phoenix.
But like, you had this character who did so many bad things and finally worked hard enough to redeem herself.
Just to get infiltrated by a fucking space demon
to kill a billion people.
Right.
Because in the comics, she wipes out a planet. That's a billion people gone. She killed a billion people, and that was the moment.
I think that's gonna actually. I don't think she's gonna kill a billion people.
I hope so. I think that was.
I feel what they could do is have her like wreak havoc on Earth and stuff. You know,
kill a billion. Because to her, that is like the wake up call where she's like, I don't even recognize myself anymore. And that was the moment where she's like, I need to go, and led to the whole fucking, her taking herself out. Like, so like, it's such an important part of her character to an extent. Now, you can do other things, like you don't have to have her kill a planet. I personally like the killing a planet because that was like the final straw where it's like.
I mean, like I said, have her wreak havoc and then have her like watch the news, seeing her like act out and go crazy. She gotta, like you said, be like, I don't even know who I am anymore.
She still gotta kill people though. I'm not gonna fool.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
She gotta kill a couple hundred.
There's a couple niggas on and bro, like make some havoc in there and then watch that from the movie, like mutant freak kills a whole bunch of people, and it's like, I don't even know who I am.
It gotta be it.
You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. I feel like at the very moment it gotta be like
I'm picking it off
a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand. Like that's how many people. That's how many people gotta go. Like. It's just like, to me, that's important. But no, I think though, like, June was really well done. Sadie Sink did such a great job, and I'm genuinely excited for the X-Men coming in. I'm so excited for the X-Men. And yeah, because I think X-Men are like Marvel's best team. They're their best heroes.
Yeah, it's Marvel, Avengers, it's X-Men, Avengers, before. And what other team is there? Freaking Guardians of the Galaxy. The Red Guardian? Not Red Guardian. That's what is that?
I'm super excited for like
Thunderbolts.
The X-Men.
No, I was talking about Canadian team. It's a Canadian Marvel team. I forgot what they was called. But
I'm excited for this.
Wolverine went with them a couple of times. We got what was it called again? That Web Warrior. No, that's Ultimate Spider-Man. That's Ultimate Spider-Man from the show in his XD. There's a whole bunch of Marvel teams that haven't been like fully fleshed out yet. Yeah, I want to see more because the only three we really know is Fantastic Four, Avengers, and X-Men. I want to see more teams, and now and more just recently, Guardians and the Thunderbolts. I want to see more teams get put together and fully fleshed out, and we'll see that there's more teams than just these three that we know. Yeah, kind of like how in DC where we only know like the Justice League, Teen Titans, and like what? That's it. Like now, just now, we're trying to get like the Doom Patrol. You know what I'm saying? I think you don't know what the Doom Patrol is.
I mean, actually, I feel like a decent amount of people know what the Doom Patrol is. Yeah. Because like, if you watch Teen Titans, not only that, if you watch Teen Titans, they keep the origin that Beast Boy was originally part of the Doom Patrol.
They only show like that, but like they don't really like show the actual Doom, which is really just Marvel, really just DC version of the X-Men. You got the paraplegic old man, you got the silver nigga.
I disagree. I think for me, their version of the X-Men are the closest thing that they got to. I think would be Teen Titans, only because of the fact that like the X-Men, at least when they were popularized with giant X-Men, was about the diversity of the team. and how everybody came from a different location.
See, yeah, because they got demon and alien, and they grow powers, and they can go change into
I'm also pretty sure that some of the same team but my memory could be like wonky, but no, like at least for me, like when I read X-Men and Teen Titans, like I get semi-similar vibes. They're not necessarily equivalent.
Yeah. Speaking of X-Men, the X-Men are not a good allegory for like marginalized people and groups.
Huh?
The X-Men are not a good.
They are.
Bro.
I don't think.
If I get like
yes,
people be saying like I saw where people say like how people say X-Men are allegory for like black people and like gay people. People can hate on gay people, but it was simply off that fact that they're gay and they're black. They don't hate them because they're a freaking tin-made. The fact that they're doing that literally emits so much like radiation.
That's the point.
And your fucking girlfriend can literally eradicate from existence.
I think that's the point. First things first, they're not just an example of all of that. They're examples of social injustice as a whole. Second, yes, you can use the logic that, okay, some of these mutants are bombs, but they don't just hate mutants who are bombs. They will hate mutants that just look slightly different. They hate
my man Nightcrawler because he can teleport.
Because he looks like a demon, but Nightcrawler,
he's like the one of the most.
He's one of the most pure people.
Bro, him and Daredevil. Like,
I don't think
coolest niggas in the MCU.
You have mutants who just have things like wings. You have mutants
like Angel, bro.
There are so many different kinds of mutants out there that like fucking. Let's take Squirrel Girl for example. Even though that's been retconned nowadays, but she was originally a mutant.
Really?
Yes. What's her? Well, she has.
She like summer squirrels.
she talks to squirrels and she has a fucking tail. There are mutants that only power is they talk to animals. We have a mutant that shits ice cream, like, which is true. This is true.
What flavor ice cream?
Literally, it is not just, yes, you can make the argument that, some of these mutants are literal bombs and shit. Many of these mutants are just people that have, like, actual, just, like, facial deformity.
I feel like it's not, like, it could be an allegory for, like, people with disabilities. In a sense, whereas, like you said, who has this thing and who has this thing.
That again falls into the allegory because the allegory for the X-Men, and Stan Lee has talked about it, is in I literally have a book that like goes into it. It's about social injustice. So that really like
why people
social injustice and discrimination. Discrimination does not just fall into black people, gay people, all that. It falls like. Well, again, disabled people can be discriminated against. So I don't think the mutants are a perfect allegory. If we want to argue that they're a perfect allegory, that's a completely different subject. I don't think they're a perfect allegory, but I don't think they're a bad allegory because they represent just social injustice and people that are feeling
like a lot of people think
because they're different.
Especially with the whole thing, people would think that Professor X and Magneto and Marvel.
I know that.
I can see where they're coming from. Where Martin Luther King and everyone like humans and mutants together uniting and coming together, and then Magneto are actually like, nah, we gotta stop these niggas.
No, I do think that's like an oversimplification. Like, I see where people get it. I think that's an oversimplification.
But like you said, it's an oversimplification of who those characters are and who the people are.
Exactly.
You know?
So I understand why people compare the two. I think I get it to a point. I think it simplifies both characters and that. But again, I don't think that the X-Men or mutants as a whole are a bad allegory for this at all. Sorry.
We're coming to our door. Hey, commercial break. My new album starts out right now. Go check it on SoundCloud. I think you like it. Yeah, good nature. Okay. Let's get a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. You good? Honestly, bro, I do not know, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That was crazy. Ouch! I don't know what I went, bro. I just went to some random niggas' house. okay? I'm sorry. Where are we going now? Here are some questions. Number one. What's the new Ghost Rider video? Okay. What movie coming out? As you probably already know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have their own Ghost Rider, Jaime Reyes.
That's correct.
Very comic accuracy, by the way. Yeah. Ghost Rider Reyes be in the movie. Do you think he'll be in the movie? Because you know what I'm saying. That ties into another question. Well, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, Inhumans, Legion.
Was Robbie supposed to be younger in the comics?
Sure.
My thing is, alright, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't know if that'll be canon, because from what I've heard at least, like from a couple of buddies, and this could be wrong, so fact check me, but when they were originally making the shows,
they didn't intend them to really be canon?
No, at least they were, at first everything was supposed to be canon, so they were giving notes from the MCU and Kevin Feige where they were supposed to, like, what was going to happen. Right. And then after a certain point, they just stopped getting notes entirely, so they just had to keep guessing, which led to it slowly becoming canon. Because of that, I can see some of the seasons being canon, but also, I could also see the MCU deciding, nah, none of this is canon, especially since that show also did like an adaptation of MODOK, for example.
Really?
Yeah.
They did their own MODOK?
They did their own version of MODOK. Alright, like, I don't know if they called him MODOK, but he was clearly supposed to be MODOK. And also, I feel like they might try to, reintroduce some of these characters.
That could be introduced them in Quantumania.
And Humans, I don't think are going to make it. We were supposed to get an Inhumans movie. I do remember that, but then they turned it into a show because they wanted to make a show because they couldn't use the mutants. But now that like the mutants are here, I don't see the Inhumans really being used like that to be so real. So I could also see that being wiped out of canon. Also, I think everybody probably wants that because that show was low-key buns. Because what the fuck do you mean you cut Medusa's hair off? Shows like Cloak and Dagger, I would personally love to be canon. I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm actively watching Cloak and Dagger right now.
Yeah, I remember watching that a few years ago.
Pretty good.
And I loved it. And then the fact that they technically connected with Luke Cage.
Yeah, and they set up the whole Roxxon stuff.
Which I'm trying to remember if Roxxon came back in Wonder Man.
No, Roxxon came back as Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Well, yeah, but that game's not canon.
I know, but people see what.
I mean, like in the MCU though. I'm trying to remember.
I remember Roxxon being there in Wonder Man.
Let me Google. Yeah, no, Roxxon was in there. They were in the Doorman episode.
Oh, okay, the Doorman.
Yeah, they were in Doorman. And there've been small teases of Roxxon throughout the MCU. So anything, I think that they could still fit in canon. They don't do enough to dismantle canon or anything. And genuinely it would be cool. I think both actors do a great job. Olivia Holt, I sadly forgot. The actor who portrays Cloak in the show, he's also just really fucking good. Yeah. His performance was really good.
Speaking of Cloak and Dagger,
their chemistry.
Bro, why they have Tandy Bowen, Molly Molson, Lip Tandy. Yep. And then for my man Cloak Tyrone, yeah. Come on, man.
I mean, but this was also they were created back in the 70s.
Okay, in the 80s.
80s, yeah.
Yeah. It was ready from the start.
But I feel like still they're both lovable characters. I love both actors' portrayals. The only thing I wish is that they would give them actual comic accurate outfits.
I mean, they kind of alluded to that when he had the big blanket on.
Yeah, but then
it kind of alluded. I was watching those kind of alluded to it
what season are you on?
She's one.
Okay, all right. So never mind. I'm not going to get into anything else.
You're not following me, little nigga. I will FNAF to your bitch ass, nigga. I will FNAF 2 Fox you. I will FNAF 2 Fox you. Nah, nigga, you can't read this. I will.
What the fuck you gonna do? You jump on the table, I go.
nigga, come here. Let the Miles Morales.
But no, fucking yeah, I want them to get actual accurate outfits, which I think the MCU has been doing a better job at, is giving the characters their actual costumes.
Comic accurate outfits. That's what I didn't like about the 2000 movies. No, like, look, the thing with Fantastic Four, with X-Men. I liked all the outfits they had on, but like, give me my adults back.
Fantastic Four, I think their costumes were fine. The only problem is the force is on the sides and on the chest. It should be
on the front.
It's right
I like the dark blue. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yep.
Just put the four at the front, make it bigger, and we go.
Show me the X-Men, and I don't hate those suits, but again, like with the 2000 X-Men, they were just clearly ashamed of the source material. It's really sucked.
Yeah, like, fuck you, Mariah Singer, for not wanting to give us her comic accurate suits.
Yeah.
Fuck the niggas that made the Wolverine for giving us the only comic accurate helmet, and then you can be like, I don't want that shit. Like, nigga, fuck you, you wearing that shit, bitch ass nigga. Like, come on, yeah. Like, I'm like, dude, like, and like we were talking about earlier, in 4-6.
Yeah.
They had the thing.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking try.
Like, and it's crazy because the CGI for the thing, the movie is really freaking good.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, he actually looks really good. Like, if there was an actual rock monster that, like, he would only look like that. It just, give my man some pants.
No, bro.
Give your pants back. I don't want to see the thing just swinging out.
Naked, I guess.
Just swinging out, bro. Like, come on, gang.
No. I'm hoping those shows get reintroduced, minus like a few of them. I think it would be cool if, you know, Robbie Reyes did appear in Ghost Rider. I doubt it. It would be cool though.
Yeah, it would be real.
Yeah.
Alright, number two. What do you think Black Panther 3 will be about? Because we already have Shuri being the Black Panther, and people think that will have the Black Panther role in Black Panther 3. I think it will be after Secret Wars.
I think it will be. Well, it clearly has to be. I mean,
because I think. Shout out to my man Eric Boss. Shout out New Rockstar. They did say it was gonna be. There's not gonna be any movies coming on between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah, no, that was.
It's gonna be after. It's gonna be set after.
I don't know.
It's either probably gonna be set after or paid in between.
I think
in between.
I think it's clearly just gonna be. I mean, I can't give out too much plot details. I don't know. And we still don't know, like, you know, stuff with like Talokan and Namor, stuff with freaking Denzel's character. Like, we don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But it's clearly gonna have to touch something with legacy. And passing down the torch.
Because I'm thinking it's gonna be like first half gonna Shuri being the Black Panther, next half gonna be T'Challa Jr. being the Black Panther.
I think they'll both be at the same time. I think they'll both be operating at the same time.
They'll both be Black Panthers.
That would be more.
Two Black Panthers be fire.
And
I guess it'll be like
rumors of Storm being introduced into the movie too.
Yeah, having Storm, and then we have X-Men, right? X-Men Black Panther 3.
Well, actually, X-Men would be before.
I'm upset after.
Oh, we don't know that yet, but that would be cool. I think of anything based off of like the casting too.
You have the post-credit scene of Black Panther being like them, like being.
I think it would probably be like them recruiting her, perhaps. I don't know. I don't think Storm's going to be in that X-Men movie. I would hope that would be cool, but I think they're going with a semi-traditional lineup.
Yeah, they said they were going to do like the original thing with Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Angel,
and then Beast. Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Shout out Beast. I love Beast.
Shout out my gay king, Iceman, Bobby Drake. Good to go.
Bobby Drake, bro.
Also, I didn't know one thing. There's 2 Human Torches.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I don't even know that.
One back from when they were what was Marvel called? Like Atlas Comics or whatever?
Timely.
There's time. Whatever they were called, yeah, but he was like a little robot, which they actually paid homage to in Captain America: The First Avenger, where you can see like a little robot version of him lighting up. So yeah, there's opportunities.
By way in the back, I ain't did that shit in the movie.
It was a really cool Easter egg. I think I can find it. Let me see real fast.
Cook, eat, bake.
Human Torch.
But that bubbly was booty cheeks, bro.
Yeah, again, I'm not big on bubbly.
That shit's ass. Word of mouth.
Yeah, no. Right here.
That's so lit. Like the red he got on. That's cool.
Yeah.
That red he has on is awesome.
Yeah, no, they paid homage to him. It was cool. It was cool. I didn't know. Okay.
Oh my god, okay. I did want to talk about this shooting video. Let's move from Marvel to DC. Injustice.
Alright, Injustice, what about it?
I really like Injustice. The only thing I don't like Injustice, I've said it before. Damian Wayne, how Dick died, how Superman turned evil, and Wonder Woman.
Okay, I don't.
Only 4 things that's the only thing I don't like about Injustice. Literally.
I just don't really like Injustice series. I think the gameplay is fun. I think some of the comics are kind of cool. I just can't get behind Injustice. For me, it just feels like at first it was kind of cool, but it's definitely the product of the edgy era.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Like how it's like it will start like the whole Superman propaganda stuff for Homeland.
Of anyone else likes it because I get the appeal. I get why some people do like it. Again, I really liked it when I was young.
Like I love the game, bro.
But when
I don't get me on this. Shut up, Comic Historian. I watched the whole thing. I watched Comic Historian on Injustice Year 1 to 5 and Injustice 2, and like those comic books, you know. And it's like I see what it's really cool. It's really good story. It's just like I said. Why did Dick Knight to a freaking rock? Why did Damian have to immediately turn on Batman the first chance he got? Why did Batman, as soon as Lois died, just turn evil and start killing niggas? And why is Wonder Woman wanting to get that super dead, bro?
And then this is like where it comes down to it, though. Like those points that you named, though, like those are just like, and this is why I can't get into it. I agree with all those points, but those are core parts of that story. So like that's why like for me Injustice it's really hard to get into because all of my biggest problems with Injustice are actual just core parts of what make Injustice to an extent. Some of it not.
No, I'm saying they can like as soon as she dies, just start marking make them kind of like how Goku was, where like he already when he came to Earth, but then freaking CTE, and then and some else crazy happened. Some so crazy happened where he's gonna fight and boom, look at the freaking shit rocked and they just turned evil again.
But then that wouldn't be Injustice, would it? At that point, we're just making a completely different story.
You're making a good point.
Like this is what I mean though. Like it's really all the core parts of Injustice are literally the worst part of Injustice.
Yeah. But I really like it too, bro. I have really fucked with it, bro. It's just I know he's dead, but
yeah, it is. Yeah, Injustice like for me, it just wasn't. No, scream, man. It just wasn't it. It wasn't it.
It wasn't it. Like Wonder Woman, bro. Like, why you enabled him to start murking niggas, bro?
I know. I hate the original Wonder Woman so much. So does any fucking Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I fucking hate Wonder Woman. Bro.
I love her. She's genuinely one of the greatest comic characters of all time.
No, don't get mad at me. Not at me, but I got introduced Wonder Woman with the Gal Gadot movie.
Okay,
the first one, fire.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Like, I think it's good. It's fine.
That's why I was hyped for 1984, but this shit was buns.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, I love Wonder Woman as a character. Again,
hopefully we get her in DCU. Niggas could have back in. Why can't I come back in James Gunn, please? James Gunn, get me Wonder Woman in DCU.
100%. And I'm one of them that's been begging for the DCU.
Alex Ross is still tweeting Wonder Woman pictures to this day.
I'm hoping we get proper representation. And then finally, again, we could put this argument aside. Wolverine is not on the top fucking Mount Rushmore of superheroes. Wonder Woman is. Like, stop pretending like Wolverine is up there. Like, we gotta stop.
I mean, Wolverine is like top 5, bro.
No, he's not on the Mount Rushmore.
No, he's still top 5.
Top 5 is even a stretch, bro. Top 5.
We got Wolverine.
Okay. If we're talking superheroes, again, we got what? Spider-Man over Wolverine.
Spider-Man's top 2, not 2. What are mommies?
Spider-Man over Wolverine. I'd put Superman over Wolverine. I'd put Batman over Wolverine.
Okay, cool.
I'd put Wonder Woman over Wolverine. I think Daredevil's more interesting than Wolverine. 100%. I think he's more interesting as a character than Wolverine. Shit, I would arguably put, and this is a little hot one, I'd prefer Cyclops over Wolverine.
Cyclops?
He's genuinely, like, he's the leader of the fucking X-Men, bro. He's literally the leader of the X-Men, bro.
Cause like, yeah.
Fucking, who else do I think is more interesting than Wolverine? I mean, shit. I think Nightwing's more interesting than Wolverine. 100%. I like Nightwing more than Wolverine. 100%.
Dick Grayson?
Dick Grayson, yes.
Richard Grayson?
Dick Grayson is more interesting than Wolverine. And I like Wolverine. I don't hate Wolverine as a character. I love Wolverine as a character. I think Nightwing's more interesting. Nightwing is the example. It's the prime example of taking Batman, not even just mixing him with Superman. Dick Grayson was able to let go of his pain to an extent and come to peace with it, and overall become a better person through the superhero persona, which is just way more interesting in my opinion. Like, I think his relationship with, like, also just his journey to get independence from Batman, and the relationship that they have, how complicated it can be, but how they still love each other, to get to a point where they are in this healthy spot is so interesting. It's so genuinely interesting. I think Nightwing is genuinely one of comics' best characters of, like, all time. He's one of DC's best characters of all time. I would argue he's top 5 best DC characters. Genuinely.
Yeah, who else you gotta move? Because, like, bro, because, like,
Because I'm gonna hate me. I'll put Squirrel over Wolverine. I will stand on that shit. I'm a nigga that actually reads the fucking comic books. I don't forget when Wolverine stole the fucking cab. I didn't forget that shit, nigga.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, bro.
What makes it that shit? I ain't gonna lie to you. She was.
No, that's not canon. So, here's the thing. In that comic, it was implied that they fucked, and this is what I said.
No, I said they fought.
Oh, what?
They
fought. Oh, yeah. I thought you said fucked. Because in one of the comics, they implied that Wolverine had a sexual relationship based off of how they interacted, where they're like, it's been a long time.
I mean, Wolverine be cracking everybody, including Cyclops.
And then, this isn't even like an appropriate conversation, whatever fucking ever. Fuck it. Essentially, in the comic books, she steals a fucking cab. Like, Wolverine steals a cab from Doreen. And she's been they've hated each other through not hating each other, but she thinks Wolverine is a big stinky jerk, which he is.
He is kind of big.
And also, which is why, and this will be my other hot take, I don't want Wolverine in the next X-Men lineup. He shouldn't be in the next X-Men lineup.
I mean, they're doing the original lineup, so he's not going to be in there regardless.
I don't think he should be in the X-Men anytime soon. I'll stand on that. But yeah, I don't think it's smart.
Alright. Oh no. That's man, dude, he's one of the most well-known mutants and X-Men of all time.
I think he can appear in the series, but if they're gonna give us a Wolverine, give us Laura.
I'm not saying have us center on Wolverine like the Fox niggas.
Nah, just give us Laura. Give us Laura instead.
Oh my god.
Give us Laura instead. I think that's a lot more interesting. We did Wolverine, we did Logan, we had his run, and I think.
I mean, you just do what X-Men 7's doing, just have Wolverine in the just everyone just chilling.
No.
Everyone just chilling with
Oh.
Chilling, go through adventures, just just do what the X-Men 7's doing.
I disagree. I just think alright, because Marvel has an opportunity.
I get you been doing them for too long. It's not. We could just have him. Just don't be doing it where all the balls around him.
I don't want him. I think we can wait a bit before we even get to it. I think a way to have your cake and eat it too is we can save Logan for later, have Laura be in the team, and then you can have it a storyline where Laura wants to find Logan, and then later we can bring Logan in, so then we have 2 Wolverines on the team.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm just gonna get.
I love Wolverine too. Again, this isn't supposed to be like Wolverine slander because I don't hate Wolverine. I don't. I love Wolverine as a character. I grew up with Hugh Jackman's portrayal. I grew up with the X-Men cartoon, Scott McNeil, if I remember, from X-Men Evolution. Going to Wolverine right there, bro. Steve Boone, going to Wolverine right there. I just think like we could do some less Wolverine just for a few years, especially since we literally just got
done Deadpool and Wolverine.
We just got Hugh Jackman back. It's already rumored that he's going to show up again in Doomsday, and then he's going to show up again in Secret Wars. We have a lot of Wolverine content, and there will always be Wolverine content. We have a new game for Wolverine.
We gotta do.
Wolverine is always going to have content. We can shelve him for a little bit. I feel like that leaves room for other people on the slot.
I mean, we can get more Nightcrawler stuff.
We can get more Nightcrawler stuff. We can get more Gambit. Like we can get Rogue and a proper Rogue.
Yeah, not that freaking because Eggman didn't want to when she was cracking Magneto, bro. Like, bro,
she was good in that show, and I'll stand on that.
Bro, what are you doing with Magneto, bro? My nigga Gambit right there.
Her and Gambit worked together technically, so
come on.
They weren't together. They weren't together.
Okay. We all know that they was together, bro. They were officially together. They were together. Come on.
Yeah, they wanted each other, but they weren't together because Rogue was afraid of fucking killing him.
But still, don't do him like that, though. Don't give his hopes up and then just don't crack Magneto, bro.
I mean, but even at the same time, like, it's not like, especially like when you get to like 97, like 2, it's clear that like she wanted Gambit. Like Gambit was the one that she wanted. It's just Magneto was actually able to physically interact with her, so it was like tempting.
Man, don't flip for Magneto for Magnus. Eric Lynch, come on, bro.
I mean, he kind of pulls a little bit. He pulls.
That what 150-year-old man? Come on, bro.
I mean.
That's dang near like pedophilia, bro.
I mean,
if you watch old Spider-Man on the DFT, you know that Wolverine Spider-Man.
I don't remember that. That was stupid. That was all dumb.
I was some baloney, bro.
That's about right. But no, that whole thing was dumb. It was stupid.
You're not asking, but
why I don't like Jean and Wolverine. That is stupid.
Yeah, bro. I genuinely, bro. She's what? Like, dude, come on, bro. Like, come on. Let Jean and Cyclops be together and like have you be with someone else. Like go be cracking Morpho or something, bro. Go crack Morpho or something, bro. Like, give him Morpho or something, bro. Come on, gang. He's literally, you see him X-Men that, yo. Like, it could be cool. Wolverine wouldn't so hell down game with Jean, bro. But, like,
he wants that jean, bro.
No.
He wants to wear those jeans, bro.
He wants to wear those jeans.
He wants to wear those jeans. Possibly gray. Oh my god, I'm so clever.
He wants that denim, bro.
Yeah. But no,
bro. You cannot get, bro, stop. When we get Wolverine in the MCU, he should not want to be with Jean.
No, I agree.
He should not be with you at all, bro.
I agree 100%.
Like I just said, go crack, morph, and color day, bro.
Come on, game. I don't want that. I think that thing was boring. I think that whole relationship was boring. Which is again why I say shout out to Scott McNeil Wolverine, who portrays him in X-Men Evolution, because when Jean and Cyclops actually get together, he was happy and supportive about them and said about time. Shit, man. Evolution was peak. Evolution was
really good.
Exactly. I loved Evolution so much.
It's fire, dude. That was fire. Like, also, I was watching the prequel movies for X-Men.
Yeah.
Like First Class, something like that. Really good.
Yeah.
Good movies.
Yeah.
Like I watched First Class. Really good.
First Class is arguably one of the best superhero movies ever made. Yeah. I said First Class is arguably one of the best superhero movies ever made. No, it's not.
Over Deadpool, over Superman, over The Dark Knight, over.
I never said over. I just said arguably one.
Arguably.
I said arguably one of, and I would
What?
I would put First Class over Deadpool Wolverine. I think First Class is damn near a perfect origin.
Yeah, it is a really good version. But bro, the Avengers. We gotta be. I'm not gonna put Josh. I'm gonna say Justice League. I like Justice League.
Justice League was ass.
Justice League
That shit was ass.
is way better than Zack Snyder than the Snyder.
I disagree. I think the Snyder Cut was better.
The Snyder cut was fun, bro. Why are we in 4-3 and everything's great, bro? That shit is ass. How does it feel hopeful want you to be not fucking doodoo buns?
I can agree, but also there's so much duty buns in that movie that it doesn't make me feel hopeful. First things first, why do we have Henry Cavill's CGI mustache? Why do we have Ezra Miller's flash on Wonder Woman's boobs? That's so unnecessary. That's so dumb. And it's a thing where, and that movie suffers for it, where you have a movie which is, and this I don't like when this happens to anybody, but you have a movie where Zack Snyder had a damn near almost finished movie.
And then his daughter?
His daughter passed away, sadly.
And then it had some under guys come in
and reshoot half of it to make it more like Marvel movies, but that wasn't what people wanted, and I don't know. I just don't think that movie works as well as people think it does, and that movie is just kind of bad. Again, freaking why do we have to joke with the lasso of truth? Like, why?
I thought it was alright.
Why is that the only?
We got this. He's doing this, boys.
Why is that the only thing? Why is that the only time Aquaman and Diana talk, and it's literally him being like, "Yeah, you're really attractive. Like, you're freaking hot, dude." Compared to Snyder Cut, where they're talking about their people's histories and how this is the first time their people would come together and battle in like thousands of years. That's way more interesting. We have Aquaman who hates Victor in that movie, in Justice League. But then when we get to Snyder Cut, he's the first one to be like, "Yo, Victor's father just died. Like, what are we doing?"
What
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? What are you doing? Huh? What are you bro? I'm coming. My toe! My toe!
That's high station.
My toe! Out of here. Get out of here, home. I got you, bro. bro.
He likes their independence. But no, like it's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. Like,
And
Justice League.
I like
If you like it, that's fine. Let's go ahead. I'm never going to show someone for liking a movie, but I don't like it. I'm glad that you can enjoy it because I want people to enjoy these movies. You personally,
let's just say it, like the Snyderverse could have been cool, but like Man of Steel.
Yeah, but this is why I say
I just with Man of Steel.
But this is why I think Snyder Cut is good. That doesn't mean I want the Snyderverse to be restored. I don't like the Snyderverse. I didn't like what they were going for. But I can admit that was a good movie. Like, I think his version is the better version and actually sets up what he wanted to do really well.
Oh, okay.
But the movie also could have been shorter. There was no need for it to be 4 hours long.
Okay.
I agree.
We are going to be stealing something from the escape. Well, not stealing. Inspiration from the escape pod. Agree, disagree. Okay. We're gonna just spew out some hot takes we have here, and we're gonna say agree, disagree, and then thing. Okay, you go.
Let me see.
You go first.
Let me see, because I have like a semi-list of hot takes.
I'm just gonna be thinking from the down, from the top, from the tippy top.
From
the tip. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm pulling yourself up. I'm gonna go first.
Go first.
Madam Web could have honestly been cool if they did the actual version of comic web. Madam Web we actually know as the old lady holding the web of life and destiny together with her bare hands. She's doing cool, and addition to my hot take, they should have done Madam Web and Clark for the roast instead of Miguel O'Hara, in my personal opinion, only because I get what they have Miguel be the villain, but like when I'm watching it, I'm like, where is Madam Web? She's the one most known for being the one with the entire Web of Destiny holding it, and like the Spider-Verse storyline in the comics of it, like all Spider-Man coming together fighting the Hellfire Club and stuff, Moreland and stuff, and like it should have been, instead of Miguel being the villain and stopping Miles from stopping Spot to kill the dad, it should have been, which is cool, but it should have been them trying to stop the Hellfire Club and killing all these Spider-Man and stuff.
I disagree. First things first, Madam Web, I don't think yes, she's an interesting character. I don't think we ever needed a spin-off of her in the first place. I think she's one of the most least interesting picks for a spin-off compared to what we're getting now, like Spider Noir, but that's an actual interesting choice.
Spider Noir is fire.
Then we get to okay, first things first, Miguel isn't the villain, he's an antagonist. There is a difference. No, there's a difference. There's a difference. Because let's look at it like this. Who's the villain of Brand New Day?
You're right.
It's Damage Control. But Jean was the antagonist for most of the movie because Peter didn't know Damage Control was playing him.
Yeah.
So they are the villain. There's a difference between a villain and an antagonist. Yes, you can make the argument that it should have been about Moreland and stuff, but it's I disagree. Yes, it would be cool to have that story adapted, but the Spider-Verse story, I think is cool.
It's not me. It's not me saying it's a bad story. It's an amazing story. It's literally one of the worst movies to come out in the 2020s. Right?
Which is why,
I really like how the comic is with Moreland and the Hellfire Club and all that.
I think that's all cool. I think that's all interesting. But I genuinely think it is what they chose to do with Spider-Verse is 10 times more interesting than the Moreland stuff. Because the Moreland stuff is okay, we drain people with the spider totem. Okay, cool, whatever. They're trying to stop that. But I think you have a much more interesting
story. What Papa could have done is remember when I come out where they're trying to stop Miles from stopping Spot to kill his dad. They could have done something where they started to stop Miles, whoever that stop Moreland and Hellfire Club from draining one of the Spider-Man souls.
Again, that's just
could have been
that's just less interesting. I'm going to be so real because you have this interesting dilemma. First things first, you have with the dad stuff. We have and this is what makes that interesting, is we have a recontextualization not even a recontextualization, but that story truly explores the themes of with great power comes great responsibility. Where if you knew that somebody, and people mistake it. I remember talking to my friend once and he's like, well, you'll agree with depending on how much you care for your parents. No, it's not about it being Miles' dad. Now, Miles' dad is there.
It's more about saving people.
Exactly.
It's like what Peter said in some more. When you can do the things that I do and you don't, and then the bad things happen, they happen because of you.
Exactly. So it comes down to, it's not about okay, I need to save my dad. It just happens to be his dad because of more drama. It is, if you knew that somebody was going to die and you have the power to stop it,
and you don't stop it,
they died because you chose not to do anything. So that not only are you having the story that is questioning the meaning of great power comes with responsibility and taking it on such a big scale, but you also have a movie that explores the stories of Spider-Man. Does every Spider-Man story have to follow the same things? Does every Spider-Man have to suffer? And does every Spider-Man have to go through all these things that are considered canon? So I feel like you have a very interest in anything that doesn't follow these stories is seen as an anomaly. And also, again, it goes back into the story of that, anybody could be Spider-Man and that anyone could wear the mask. Anybody could, because Miles wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man, but he still is.
He still is
Spider-Man by accident.
Yeah,
Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man by accident. So
and again, Miguel's reason for not wanting them to stop his dad from dying is kind of bullshit too. Because first of all, yo bitches literally went to a different universe to go be with your kids, and then that universe breaking down. Yeah. That was because it was a care. You stopped the care in your universe, and you literally went to a parallel universe.
Well, that's also, I do agree with that, but also that is partially why, again, he didn't want Miles in the Spider Society, and also why he didn't want Miles in the Spider-Man India universe, because Miles went to another universe and it started to collapse. I don't think Miguel is necessarily bullshitting things. I think, my theories at least, is that there's something deeper that Miguel just doesn't know, so he's just making assumptions based off of his own knowledge. So technically speaking,
it could be that, but it could also be something else that happened in the universe.
yeah, it could be like
The stone's still on, yeah, bro.
is it?
The stone's still on.
It's not. It's all. Is there stuff in there or?
It's water.
Oh, okay, then just leave it. I'm sure that she's doing something.
I'm just some, fancy water.
Sure.
What cups are you?
There should be cups in. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Go over here. Go over here. Open that thing. Yeah. And then the water dispenser.
What?
Okay, thank you, though.
I'm gonna take 2 cups of water. That's a lot of water. Oh my god.
Bro, you could just refill the same cup. Like, that's like a waste of like 2 extra cups. I like just refill the cup. You're right there too.
I'm
Like,
drinking with that water, bro. I'm sorry.
huh?
I'm drinking with the water, bro.
It's okay, bro. It's right there. You're good.
Cold water too. Y'all so cold. I need it in my room now. I'm so awesome. You got your hot takes ready?
Well, let me see. Let's see if I actually have any. Cause I don't really drop any crazy hot takes like that.
Better than that, it's just like say a take, just say like not even gonna be like a hot take.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, low-key. Here's a small take.
Alright, your turn.
Here's a small take.
Say it in the microphone.
I think people need to stop complaining over the Batman Part 2. And I was good.
Okay, alright, 3, 2, 1. Partly. I completely agree because like we're still getting it. It's like, but like on one hand, we're getting it. It's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, we were waiting for it since 22, and now it's gonna where we are, and now that shit got delayed. Like, what's going on with it? Yeah,
For me,
I see where you're coming from. Like, it's still gonna happen. We're gonna get peak. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be awesome. But it's like, dude.
it's not even that it's still going to happen. It's just people completely neglect all the outside factors that went into it.
I mean, because Robert Pattinson's in. So I'm gonna change it to agree because Pattinson in so many movies. He's in Dune. He's in a drama. He's Chris Hansen. Somebody get these beggars out of here.
Not only that, he's in all that. We got the fact that there was a writer's strike, so nobody could write. We had Matt Reeves going through some marital issues, and blah 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 blah. Essentially, so much stuff happened. Oh yeah, we also had the actor strike.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. So much stuff happened in our real DC management changing things, plans getting rearranged.
Yeah.
So many things happened in our actual world that it was just like, yeah, I can see why this movie's taking a long time to come out. Don't get me wrong, I'm upset over it too, but it's also like we're acting like fucking what? 2017, we had Guardians 2. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 6 years later, we got Guardians 3.
Damn,
Things like that.
I mean, people weren't waiting for Guardians 3 once people were waiting for Batman 2. Because Batman 1 was awesome.
Yeah, so was Guardians 2. So was
Guardians 2 was awesome, but people weren't like.
But also at the same time, the people were so excited because of the fact that they set up Adam Warlock, which was a character that everybody wanted to see. Exactly, it was a character that I wanted to see, especially because of his ties to the Infinity War. Fucking. Then we can throw in some older examples. There was.
Why wasn't he in Infinity War?
Oh, because
he like died or something. I didn't want Guardians 2. Don't.
Huh? Because he was a pod. Like he wasn't a pod. He wasn't born yet.
That's weird though. Just like, and you said he's one of the main people that was in the whole Infinity Saga in the comics.
Yeah.
Just to have him in a pod and just good about.
But freaking then there's if we're going further back into the past, like freaking what Alien and Aliens had like this long ass gap between the two. Like, there have been sequels with tons of gaps.
I mean, yeah.
So many gaps.
I mean, like,
and it's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, I got you.
I got you. Go on the living room, little months. You back up. Sorry. Back up, bro. Back up, bro. 1 minute. Come on. Here you go. Here. Here. Where you going? Here. Where you going? Where you going? Dude. Hey. Come on. Baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. You want to come in here? Huh? What's going on? No. Your sister's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Coming back or no? Oh. Come back in here, man. Stop. Alright. Back to what? Alright. Back to what you were saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of just it. Like, yeah, it's just, this shit takes time. There's so much things that came up in the world. Like, and also, Matt Reeves is a little bit of a slow writer. But, I get people, I get they're upset. I wanted to, but, like, we can wait.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. Not the biggest hot take. He probably agrees with this. Spider-Man 2 should have had more DLCs. And when Spider-Man 3 comes out, it shouldn't have DLCs. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I'm pretty indifferent.
Yeah.
It's only because of the fact that it's like, like
Spider-Man 1 had DLCs.
My thing is, I wouldn't be upset if there was no DLC, only because of the fact that, like, my thing is, like, I feel like the game only needed DLC because that game just had so much cut content. Like, I feel like if the game didn't have as much cut content, I wouldn't care as much. Because, like, every once in a while, I do like a game that doesn't have DLC. It's just, like, a one and done, like, 100-hour experience. That's cool. But it's just the fact that, like, we all know that the game had so much cut content. Like, there's, like, I think out of Tony Todd's performance, they only used, like, 5% of his voice lines. Like, he recorded so many more lines that they didn't use. And also, there's just things that, like, are strange that we just, like, never saw. Like, the trailer, or, like, I know it's just a cinematic and it doesn't represent what's going to be in the final game, but, like, the fight between Miles and Peter in, like, the city in the day, and then that just didn't
Yeah! That was that was cool, but, like, bro, why you in the day? Like, in the final battle, that man had wings!
Yeah, no.
It was fire. I'm wrong. It was awesome. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That Memphis to King in Black, fire.
I know. 100%.
Alright. Here's everybody.
She-Hulk wasn't that bad. Y'all niggas just hate women.
3, 2, 1. I agree. She-Hulk was not in the same breath. Miss Marvel was not as bad. We'll say it was.
Miss Marvel was clearly a show targeted for a younger audience. If I'm real.
Like, I watched it when it came out. I freaking loved it.
There are things I don't like about Miss Marvel. Like, I don't like the power change 100%. It's so garbage.
The only thing. The literal only thing that I didn't like is that her thing come from a bangle and not the whole. Cause like my whole thing part about is the whole embiggen stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Not only that, it's like that's like a genuinely huge part of her character due to it being like a bit of a metaphor for body dysmorphia. But you know, we don't have that. But like She-Hulk's case, yeah, and I'm not even a big She-Hulk fan. I thought the show was
it's cool.
Like
I watched it with my aunt. I
think it was funnier. I didn't find it.
I like Daredevil one. That's cool. I love Daredevil one.
I think Daredevil and her had a nice dynamic. Like I think that there were things to enjoy about it, but there were things not to like, which is fine.
It's not even when you said y'all niggas it's not even that. Like, there's writing in it where it's kind of buns.
No, I agree with that.
And there's many women-led stuff that is really good. But also Yote, like I said, Miss Marvel. We got The Last of Us. We got. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is that, but the reason why I say it is because, and this always fucking happens. A good example is I think people
Aaliyah Battle Angel. Remember Aaliyah?
I don't remember. I think a lot of people misinterpret the scene with Jennifer saying that she has to control her anger more than Bruce, because and there are two ways, which is
I didn't want to talk about that because I personally that was some baloney because
I disagree.
It's because you know why? Because you know if Bruce can control his emotions.
I know. But here's the thing, and there's two things to it. Exactly. There's two things. Where first things first, her and Bruce have to manage their anger in two different ways.
Yeah.
Bruce has a lot of repressed anger because of his fucking childhood. Yeah. You know,
like his parents.
All that shit, and he's completely valid. But Jennifer is also valid for her anger because she doesn't have the abuse, but being a woman in a world like we see it with the Wrecking Crew. She was a vulnerable woman who gets attacked. She just happened to have Hulk power, so she could actually defend herself. And not only that, the show literally tries to show you, like moments after, that she isn't as in control of her anger as she thinks she is. She's not, because she starts to Hulk out a bit during that, and the whole show is her learning that Bruce was right to an extent, that being a Hulk wasn't as easy as she thought it was going to be. So, my thing is, not only is Jennifer still completely valid for her feelings, like, I think she's completely valid. I think too many niggas shat on her without getting the point, and most of the people that shat on her are grown ass niggas who are chuds.
We're gonna add with the gold basket.
But also, the show is literally telling you that no, she doesn't have as much as a grip on it as she thinks she does.
Like she has it, but it's not like
it's a double moment there where she's valid, but like she's right. She does have to control her anger, but this is something that she doesn't know what she's doing right now, and this is a whole new level that she has to control and she doesn't have control over. So it's like this double thing that just went over people's head.
Okay.
At least for me.
Good. I'm sorry. Punisher did not get nerfed in Brand New Day. Y'all niggas wildin'. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting the fucking Hulk.
Bro, like, the nigga, it's Professor Hulk, but Hulk is still Hulk.
Not
getting his shit rocked.
Whether it was Professor Hulk or not, Jean was using him with the intention to kill.
Yeah, you're getting your shit rocked, bro. Like, come on, Jean. Because they referenced the prison scene in Punisher when he was whooping niggas.
Yeah, what the fuck is he gonna do against, like...
And even then, he was still trying to shoot the man. He was still gonna shoot him. He was still, like, on his shit, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you acting like, why is he gonna scare from the Hulk? It's the Hulk, nigga.
You know, I have a take about Brand New Day.
Shoot.
Everybody who said that Peter was wildin' for taking MJ home, you're actually wrong.
I agree with that 100%. Nigga be like, if that was me, bro, I'm making that boy walk. You're wildin', bro.
You're not Peter Parker.
You're not Spider-Man, bro.
You're not Spider-Man, bro. Like, you're and also MJ was completely valid with how she
like, I don't, bro, it's like, you acting like there's some girl that was like, you bro. Like, she don't even know who he is.
Genuinely, like...
That's just a random nigga, bro.
What you got? Don't be nuts, bro. What you got? You read on that one. What you got?
You just hit it now.
Let's keep going.
Okay, hold on. Let me think of one that. Let me think.
Cause I'm starting to.
I mean, I kind of said it earlier, but I'll probably say it again. Injustice 2 is not as bad as y'all think. Y'all niggas wildin'. Alright, you know, we talked about it earlier. You know, that's really it. Alright,
Yeah. Okay. All right. The MJ and the Raimi verse wasn't that bad. Y'all just are biased. Y'all just mad biased.
I disagree. I agree. Because I get she's being coerced by Harry, but dude, this one, oh, why are you doing it for it? Like, I get you being coerced, but no, come on. Spider-Man 2 with the whole nother dude talking about some kiss me, Peter. Come on, man.
Okay, here's my take on it. First things first, in Spider-Man 1, she actively shows that she wants Peter. And if anybody's wrong, Harry is, because he's just a bad friend.
Yeah, he's
just a bad In Spider-Man 2, I think she's completely valid, because again, in the beginning of that movie, she wants Peter Parker. That's what she wants, but Peter cannot show up for her. So then she goes with Jonah's son, his son, the astronaut.
Yeah, the little astronaut.
But then here's the thing. Out of nowhere, mind you, she also calls it out. You're supposed to be my best friend. Why can't you support me?
I'm Spider-Man.
But here's the thing, and this is what I mean. We're being biased. We're looking at it from Peter Parker's perspective, because we know what Peter's doing. She doesn't know Peter's Spider-Man. So from her point of view, her best friend, the person who claims to love her so much, isn't showing up for her, because actions speak louder than words. Then when he loses his powers, he starts showing up more, so she's actually happy. But then what happens? He becomes Spider-Man again. Mind you, she doesn't know that he's Spider-Man again. So then when she's there being like, hey, like, this isn't working out, from her point of view, low-key, she got played with. She got done dirty. She got done dirty because she loves you. You say that I don't love you, blah, 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 blah. You go for a new man. He shows up more. Then once you're like, all right, well, maybe I'm willing to give us a chance, he pops up being like, actually, I don't love you like I said I did. Like, I can't be there for you anymore. And then at the end, when she discovers that, yeah, Peter's Spider-Man, that's when she's willing to let go of Jameson's son, which, yeah, I do think was done dirty a bit. That's the one thing I can agree is done dirty.
You about to get married and you brought up on your husband?
That's the one thing I can agree was done dirty on. But then she's literally like, I'm willing to deal with this for you, Peter. And then in Spider-Man 3, I think that her arc in that was also justified, where she's going through a tough time, but Peter is doing like the whole, oh, don't worry, you'll get back up. That's not what she wants to hear. She just wants Peter to listen to him. She doesn't want the speech like, oh, you're going to bounce up and everything's going to be okay. He just wants to be heard, but he's too selfish at the time and involved, because everything Spider-Man-wise is going great for him, and he's having a good job, that he's not really paying attention to her and her needs. And then when he gets the symbiote, and he's flirting with her, also kisses another girl. When he gets the symbiote, he starts flirting with other women, pulls up to her crib, and when she's like, Peter, stop, smacks the fuck out of her.
That's funny that we realize what's going on.
MJ, I think of those movies, I'm not saying that she's a perfect character, I'm not saying that she's a perfect version of Mary Jane Watson, but there's a few moments where it's like, if we stop and looked at it from her point of view, she's kind of valid.
Because we're only seeing it in Peter's point of view, but if you look at MJ's, man, I want to look at some like high school and they look at them.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
No. But at the same time, though, the other hot takes. MJ overall in the comics is kind of on some baloney balls. She be on some bullshit, but just trigger. Like, sometimes she can be cool, or times she's just on baloney now. No. Alright.
You said that should be on some baloney balls. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree highly.
Sure.
I think as of modern day, yes.
Yeah, it's because
But like in her actual prime era, no.
it's cool. She like it's the same thing with Iris in Flash show.
I think it just
because
comes.
season 1 Iris, genuinely good character. I really like her character in season 1. Season 2 onward was awesome. We were the Flash. You didn't go back in time and save my mom. You was on north side to my son. Imagine you find out your daughter. I know we're from a Spider-Man, not from a Flash, but it's piggybacking off what I'm saying. But imagine that your daughter from the future is working with the man who killed your mom and framed your dad, right? You're gonna be like, girl, what the fuck? What are you doing? And then you finna at your wife, like, oh, that's alright. Come on, bro. That's some baloney, right? You know? And like, this is kind of the same thing with MJ, where like Prime MJ, cool, like really good character, cause like her being a model and her doing the double life better than Peter at the time, like that's cool, and have Peter learn off of MJ how to, you know, but like everything onward, like modern day stuff, like that's
It's all just.
that's why we're like old with Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man 2021.
Yeah.
I really like that because it's like he's living a really good life.
I think
my man got two. I think
it all just it comes as the fallout of not brand new day, One More Day. I think One More Day ruined everything for that book, and there's no actually saving it. There's no saving Spider-Man after One More Day.
Yeah, no. Yeah, my man tied up in chains, fighting for his life. Like he can't break out of that. Come on, bro. He can easily break out of that, bro. Alright. Your turn, Bucko.
Alright, this is not really a hot take, but this is something I need to clarify. And I just kind of want more opinions on. I don't think Ned remembered Peter at the end of Brand New Day. I don't think he remembered him.
To an extent, me too, because I thought people saying that since on my home he has some type of like sorcery stuff.
Yeah.
You can open the portal, stuff like that. Like him doing the handshake made him remember when he did handshake and go home. He showed the little then he did it in the day like, oh Peter. But I feel it when he said, oh Peter. He remembering when before in the movie like, hey Peter, be careful. It's like, remember Peter?
Exactly.
Peter, you're the guy that was talking about.
Exactly. That's what I was like saying. Like it just makes more sense where it's like, okay, like he was just buddy with Spider-Man for like 45 minutes. He leaves. MJ's like, yo, be careful, Peter. And then all of a sudden,
The random dude like,
Peter pulls out and like, there's a thing, and I think it's just muscle memory because Ned looks confused on how he remembers how to do all of it. And then to kind of end it off too is like, you could use the like logic, maybe it's because Ned has a little bit of magic in him, but like also people like Doctor Strange or Wong don't remember because of the memory spells. Like literally in No Way Home, Strange is like, oh, do you remember the party at this place? And Wong's like, no, I don't. And he's like, exactly, like.
You remember the party at Summer Charge? No, exactly. So,
Like,
yeah, he probably doesn't remember.
I don't think he remembers, but
A hot take in a sense.
I do think though it leads to something more interesting. I don't want them to remember him. I think that's boring. I think that's fun.
I mean, yeah,
and it took us back
this whole time when trying to erase what Mysterio did in Far From Home, made him forget just from trouble.
It's just like
erase what just
we're
happened.
getting rid of the consequences for Peter's actions, and also I just feel like you could have a more interesting dynamic now. Like his dynamic with MJ in this movie has been the most interesting it's ever been. Because I'm gonna be real, I never really bought the relationship in the past 3 movies. I didn't. I actually found that relationship, like when you think about it, kind of dumb. Because like think about it like this. In Homecoming, he doesn't really pay her any mind. It's implied that she's just watching
it's
him.
Liz. It's Liz.
And Far From Home, he gets a crush on her off screen. So like we don't even see him develop a crush on this girl. It happens off
I
screen.
mean, that's the same thing with like the origin for Peter in MCU.
But here's
that happens off
But here's
screen.
the thing. There's a difference though when the origin. Fine, we all know that Peter Parker, how he gets his powers or whatever. But when
and it's the same thing. We already know that people with MJ and stuff. But it's not even Mary Jane.
But yeah, exactly.
No.
And then that's the point. This is the thing though. We have a new version of Mary Jane, Michelle Jones Watson. We get with a completely new personality. We don't know anything about like this is. You can't bring us into our main love interest when she was a side character in the first movie, and then all of a sudden she's a main love interest in the next one. No, you have to. For me, at least, you have to show Peter like starting to get a crush. So that all I would really change is like maybe like show like a little tease at the end of that first movie. Blah 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 blah. But like, I'll do it.
Before I get home.
Yeah, I got it. But no, like 100%. For me, it's just like it just feels like very like okay. And then by the time we get to No Way Home, they've only been dating for a few months. Like literally just like a few months. So like you kind of forget about that when we get to Brand New Day though, because of just how good their performances are and how interesting their dynamic is. So I genuinely think like, don't want to do this fellas, because I think their dynamic is the most important it's ever been. And it's the best performances they've had as each of the characters. So yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I see. Yeah. Alright. The Flash CW show after season 4 is also good. Y'all just are and then are a little bit blinded by nostalgia. Those seasons were awesome, but seasons after were also really good too. Not as good as the season before though.
This is my hot take. I really didn't care about the CW shows like that.
Really? Like Black Lightning, Legend of Tomorrow, Supergirl.
I didn't like Supergirl that much. I didn't like Arrow. Didn't really care for Black Lightning.
What?
I didn't care. But
The only one I didn't really care for was Legend of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow seemed cool. That's the only one I thought was like a little bit interesting, only because it looked weird, and I liked how weird it was. Like Gorilla Grodd to Obama being like, "Time to make America Grodd again," and then later they set up like the main characters meet Obama. They're like, "Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Barack," and he's like, "Actually, I go by Barry," and she's like,
Barry.
I think you might want to try Barack." And then,
Barry. We already know Barry. Just go with
yeah, but I liked The Flash. I liked the first few seasons, but then especially as it started to go downhill for my personal enjoyment, I just stopped watching. I didn't care.
I watched season 5. I really liked season 5.
I didn't care for Arrow because I bet it was cool, but it wasn't really a Green Arrow show.
It's really Batman.
Supergirl was just we want to make a Superman show, but we don't have access to Superman yet, so.
So like you're saying like Supergirl in that show is not how she actually is.
No, dude. Like her personality is literally just girl Clark Kent. If we're being so real, like we really pay attention to her and how she acts. It's just girl Clark Kent.
I mean, yeah, especially since the new Supergirl movie that came out.
Not only that, there was just so many other Supergirl adaptations that came out around the time that I feel like nailed it. And then like I think the only like DC.
Hold on, my mom's calling. Back here. Oh my gosh. Like I'm back here, my lonesome. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys. just want to say this is going to end off the video. Yeah, it's a very long video. Extremely long. Like, borderline 2 hours long. It's like, it's crazy long. It's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. But, yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked this episode of Brklyn Rants. Me and my neighbor Josiah. He's probably sleeping right now as I wrote the video at 5:11 in the morning. That's 90 minutes on the act. I'm receiving him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not started my editing on Tripping Idiot episode 5. I'm probably gonna start doing that after this video comes out. So, yeah. Stay alert. Stay alert for y'all become human number 5. Stay alert. Alright, y'all? Be safe now. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Doses.
They keep asking me what 82 stand for, I tell them 82 on top, nigga.